Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're quickly going to look at the games that lie ahead. Up first, we're taking on Aston Villa away from home in the Premier League. We then finish off the month of September against Napoli for our second game in our Champions League group stage in the UEFA Champions League. And then we move into the month of October where we face off against Brighton at home in the Premier League. I am very excited for today's episode, but as always, before we get into today's episode, firstly, we've got to talk about the comments, and secondly, we have to talk about a massive impact that has changed since the last Liverpool episode, because if you guys remember the last Liverpool episode, we played Aston Villa. It was shocking. It was terrible. EA ruined the game, and I told you guys I wasn't going to save it. I was going to come out of the career mode, not save it, and the next time we play the Liverpool career mode episode, I'd be playing that Aston Villa game again, which is exactly what we're doing at the start of today's episode. But as I come over to the comment section, a lot of comments from this last Liverpool episode talking about how EA have ruined the game. Because there's so many, there is 32 comments. I'm not going to go through everyone's. I'm going to mention everyone, but I won't read out the comment because a lot of people saying the same thing, that EA have ruined Ultimate Difficulty, EA have ruined Legendary Difficulty. Why don't EA listen to the people that want to play career mode? And why is it so difficult for EA to get the balance right? And as we talk about balance, I'll talk about something else in just a moment's time. But the first comment coming in from Gage Whittaker saying, EA is a joke. They take out the most amazing things in career mode, e.g. requesting funds. I used to love that feature as well, Gage. The simulation plays out until 90 minutes, and I'm thinking what he means by that is, when you used to sim a game, it used to go minute by minute. Now, it just jumps right to the end result, which, yet again, is another disappointing change. I remember when career mode was actually really fun, and now it's an absolute joke. Keep it up with the content, Brad. Even though EA have ruined the game, hopefully they'll have it fixed for FIFA 21. I hope they bring some of the old stuff back and even make career mode up there as one of the best games or game types in a while. Hopefully you'll be then back to your best, but you're still one of my favourite YouTubers regardless. Gage, thank you so much. It means so much. So many of you guys telling me that I'm your favourite YouTuber and one of the best YouTubers. Thank you so much. You guys have no idea what that does for my confidence, what it does for me wanting to create more content, better content. It really, really cheers me up. Now, I did reply with this with, I 100% agree with Gage. Request funds. I used to love sponsors. I used to love being able to change the ticket prices. The simulations playing out for the 90 minutes was a great feature. It's just a shame that this is the way it's gone, because in the last episode, I lost 6-0 to Aston Villa. It's just not known, so it is very disappointing. So, Gage, I 100% agree with you. And as I go through the comments, I'm scrolling down here. One coming in from Thomas Terrace saying, I totally agree with everything you said. Your first goal against Aston Villa, or the first goal scored by Aston Villa, you could instantly tell that Wesley, who isn't very rapid, was going to speed away from defenders. I agree. That first goal, Wesley was through all defenders, through Van Dijk and Gomez like it was a hot knife through butter, straight through, no problem. Very, very disappointing. Thomas said, I would lower to Legendary with sliders. Well, this is where I can come back to the balance situation now. Firstly, a massive, and I mean massive, you can see the smile on my face already, thank you for the support on the last video. Or actually saying that, this may be coming out on Wednesday. The last video might have been the Liverpool versus Southampton vlog. I'm pretty sure it will have been. So the video before that, and the video was, and if you guys haven't watched it and you're playing on Legendary or Ultimate Difficulty on career mode, certainly go and give it a watch. It is FIFA 20, how to fix Ultimate Difficulty latest patch. Guys, I thought this video should do okay because a lot of people are struggling. I'm sure it's going to bring new people to the channel. And I was expecting 250 views within a week. Okay? I uploaded it at 9 o'clock on the 29th of January. If I look when that was Wednesday. So by the time you guys are seeing this video, it's been a week. But I'm recording this on Sunday, the 2nd of February. So it's only been Wednesday night, or the rest of Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's coming up to 5 days. It's been out for 5 days. It currently sits on 1,202 views. Thank you from the bottom of my heart so much for the love and support on that video. If I scroll down on that video, 61 comments, over 1,200 views, and it hasn't even been out a week. I honestly cannot thank you guys so much. And if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. If you have watched it and your mates are talking about career mode being a struggle on ultimate difficulty or legendary, share it with them, tell them about it, because this video was not put out to, you know, at the end of the day, I don't make money from YouTube. It was put out to help the community of people that are struggling. People like me, people like you guys at home that were finding ultimate difficulty to the point where every opposition player had 99 stats throughout, 99 shooting, 99 pace, 99 passing, 99 crossing, 99 heading. There was nothing you could do. So by me putting this video out, teaching you guys how to find the right balance with sliders, it seems to have made a massive impact. And from the views, so many people needed that type of video. So thank you so much again for the support, guys. Absolutely unreal. But as we come back to their comments on the last Liverpool episode, next comment from Ollie Tristan saying, what I don't understand is how it got so much worse from FIFA 19. Well, Ollie, I did reply to your comment, and the simple answer is it's been getting worse. Why is FIFA 20 worse than 19? Why was 19 worse than 18? Why was 18 worse than 17? Why was 17 worse than 16? Why was 16 worse than 15? And so on. Why is it? The older the game gets, the better graphics, the more technology we have, the game's getting worse. It's simple. EA won't put time and money into career mode. That is as simple as it is. All the features going back 4, 5, 6 years ago, the likes of being able to choose sponsors, the likes of being able to change the ticket prices depending on the game. If it was an FA Cup game and you were going to put out, you know, some of the kids, you could have the ticket prices at low. If you were playing a full team against Barcelona in the final of the Champions League, you could have it as a high. You could grow your fan base. All those features are gone. And that's because EA remove things rather than improving things and release broken games. Unfortunately, that's just something we're going to have to deal with. And that's why I made that video showing you guys how to adjust the sliders. Because as a community, we all have to help each other. Whatever we can do to better this game, we've just got to do it. Hassan come in with a comment saying you can change the sliders. Hassan, thank you very much. I did do that in the video. Don't worry. Louis Knight saying, I agree, career mode is ruined until they fix it. It's so sad. Louis, I know you have checked out the how to fix ultimate difficulty and it did work for you, so I'm glad that it worked for you, mate. We have fixed it. Dwayne Star saying another great episode. If you're having trouble on ultimate, use Cutsy's sliders. I did watch Cutsy's video, and although he showed us what sliders to use, I also made a video of if those sliders are too difficult or easy for you, how to find the right adjustment for you. Hassan said, I think you should play the Aston Villa game again. Well, Hassan, we're going to be doing that. Don't worry about that. Rafa says, advice, start a road to glory for your next career mode. We may potentially look to do that. We'll have to wait and see what everyone else would like. Ethan, love the video, Brad. Thank you very much, Ethan. I appreciate that. And last comment coming in from Gio saying, even the players look way more robotic and scripted. The game is horrible. EA is evil. I used to love the game more than the regular player, but now I'm done. Gio, don't give up. If you're watching this video and you haven't seen the how to fix the ultimate difficulty video, go and give it a watch. I promise it will make it a lot more enjoyable and better for you. And so many people already, including myself, that 6-0 loss to Aston Villa, I just fell out of love with the game. I thought, this is ridiculous. How is anybody in the world going to enjoy this? But the sliders have made a huge difference, and we are going to be using them in today's episode. Now, excuse me, in the video that I did, I showed you guys how to adjust them. And what I've done is I kept playing 45 minutes, just one half against Aston Villa. That doesn't mean for this next game after Aston Villa against Napoli that I may struggle and lose. I've only balanced the sliders in regards to the Aston Villa game. If I feel like it's comfortable for the Napoli game and then the Brighton game, I feel I've got it spot on. But there's a good chance at the end of today's episode, I may need to adjust the sliders a little bit more. It's about finding the right balance somewhere in the middle. EA are either always at the top end, always at the lower end. It's about being here, and you have to adjust the sliders to pretty much match what you're comfortable playing, but also keeping it as a challenge. I also want to mention, because I'm really getting into this now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't follow me on Twitter, the link is down below in the description. Twitter is probably the most used social media platform by me. I'm always tweeting there talking about the Liverpool game, whether I'm vlogging, if a video is going to be late or what's getting uploaded, straw polls, stuff like that. So if you have got Twitter, definitely follow me. If you haven't, Go and create one. It's free. Come and chat to me. Come and say hello. I'm happy to talk to loads of you guys, and I already do talk to a lot of you guys. And the other one that I want to mention is I want to get back into Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, link is down below in the description. Follow me. I'm going to be, in the next week or so, deleting all my previous pictures. I'm going to be starting Instagram again. I'm going to be posting stuff like when I'm at the Liverpool game, real life stuff, gaming. I may take a little selfie here now and put it on. Just about to record a Liverpool episode. It's going to be pretty much like the YouTube game related around football and gaming and me and so on, ladies and gentlemen. So if you do have Instagram, definitely give me a follow. Also drop me a DM if you ever need to talk about anything. But we have now talked for 10 minutes, and I'm hoping a lot of you are still here at this point. But we are now going to get into the game against Aston Villa. We did decide in the last episode we were going to play Aston Villa, play Napoli and simulate Brighton. That's exactly what we're going to look to do to continue into today's episode. We've already played this game and technically lost 6-0. We're replaying it because EA screwed the game. Hopefully now, with my video coming out on how to fix ultimate difficulty, we should have found the right balance. But we have gone with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gini Wijnaldum linking up with the English captain Jordan Henderson in the central midfield. A little deeper, we've got the Brazilian man Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson and Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. Something I do need to mention is one of you guys left a comment saying, Brad, there's a good chance you've picked up the EA bug, and the bug is on the 1st of every month, which for us will be the 1st of October, you're going to get a serious injury. Supposedly it's a bug in FIFA, and a few people have had this bug. Now, I did get an injury to Mane on the 1st of the month, and I also got an injury at the start of September. It'll be interesting to see at the start of October whether we do pick up an injury or not. But right now, we've travelled to Villa Park. We're about to take on Aston Villa. Let's get into this game and hope the Sliders make a vast improvement from the last episode. Last episode, we came to Villa Park, and we lost 6-0. This time round, we'd like to win 6-0. It will be interesting. Now we do have the new sliders activated on ultimate difficulty. It is going to be Wesley to get us kicked off in this first half period for Aston Villa. Let's get it underway. Gilbert through there now to Jack Grealish. Into the middle now for McGinn. McGinn going to look to play her through. Van Dijk's on it. Back to Alisson, and we clear it out quite comfortably. Henderson holding it up on the inside to Fabinho. Let's go, Bobby. Go on, I've got you, son. Let's play it through there now to Bobby Firmino, who's through on goal. I'm going to hit it with Bobby Firmino. It's a great save from Ian. A comfortable save in. I thought Bobby was certainly going to challenge him a little bit more, but it seemed to be straight down the middle. Comfortable save for Tom Ian, but we have got a corner. Come on, keep the pressure on the mirror. Hourihane over the top. Van Dijk's on it. Fabinho, Henderson, out wide now to Mo Salah. Mo Salah may have Bobby Firmino wanting to go through the middle here. Ball into Bobby Firmino. It's a great ball. Bobby Firmino's taken out. It's got to be a red card, surely. Last defender, one-on-one with the keeper, back pocket. It is the red card for Aston Villa. Inigo Martinez, the ex-Real Sociedad player, is sent off. Slides in for the ball, catches the player. Emmanuel Dennis, the right winger, off. Ganetti is on. Go on, Mane, I've got you, son. Let's play it out wide now to Mane. It's a terrible ball there from Jordan Henderson. Shocking ball. Go on, Genie, get him, son. Well done. Robertson now closing down Jack Grealish, and as Jack Grealish plays it back to Hourihane, the referee is going to blow for half-time. Well, we're not 3 or 4-0 down at half-time, it's 0-0, and this is what we want to see. I told you guys, the sliders I'm using are all about finding the right balance. I want my opposition to match how good I am at FIFA. I want them to match me. I want the CPU to act as if I'm playing against myself and make it a challenge for me. Stat-wise, we are doing a little bit stat-wise better. Possession, we've had a little bit less possession, but I'm feeling a lot better. It's not 2 or 3-0 down. We're against Aston Villa. Yes, in real life, Liverpool might absolutely tonk them, and it may be 2 or 3-0. But just yesterday, I went to the match against Southampton. I did vlog it. You guys should have seen the vlog. And at half-time, it was 0-0. At the end of the game, it was 4-0. But I would certainly say there, I have met my match when it comes to the sliders, as Bobby Firmino does get us kicked off in the second half period. Bobby going to hold this ball up now. Now I'm going to go through there to Mo Salah. Mo Salah should be in behind it. Here comes Mo. Cut this back. Haven't really got many options. Find someone on the edge of the box. Maybe it's Henderson. Laid off now to Bobby Firmino, who drives slow and strikes home. It's 1-0, and finally, we find the lead. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think there's going to be any games moving forwards where I win 5, 6, 7-0. And I don't think there's going to be any games where we lose 5, 6, 7-0. We found the right balance, and it takes a lot for me to now put one in the back of the net, even against the likes of Aston Villa. I could tune it when it's a little bit easier for me, but I'm happy with a challenge. And finally, Bobby Firmino gives us the lead. Here's Mings. Ball coming in from Trezeguet. Van Dijk should be on that one. Here's Fabinho. Let's go straight up now to Sadio Mane. Bobby's wanting to go there. Let's play it there, and then we'll wait for the run there. And Naby Keita, and the fresh legs of Naby Keita. See, that's my only worry there. Naby Keita caught there by Gilbert. Here's Mane. Over now to Mo Salah. Mo Salah going to cut back. Here's Mo Salah on his left foot. Looks to bend one. Keita's going to be there to clear the way. I don't feel like Naby Keita should have probably got caught there by the Aston Villa defender. Maybe they're still a little bit too quick. Rioch's now trying to help out. Ball into Wesley. Ball down now to Trezeguet. Don't let Trezeguet put the ball in. We're going to get there with Robertson. It's great cleared out. Let's push on now with Fabinho. I'm going to go out wide to Xherdan Shaqiri, who's going to look at pushing on. The referee's going to say enough extra time's been played. And he does blow his final time whistle at Villa Park. Well, it wasn't a 6-0 defeat. It was a 1-0 victory. It was a tough one, though. It was a tough one, and it does really make me think about whether we need to adjust the sliders again. There was, first of all, there's not many highlights there. Safe and Tom Eaton, the red card for Inigo Martinez, and a goal for Bobby Firmino. We were playing there an 11-team Liverpool versus a 10-man Aston Villa. Stat-wise, we dominated them. From highlights, there probably wasn't that many highlights for you guys. We had a few decent chances, but they were pretty much straight down the middle. The issue I had was I would have left it in. There was a clip there where I got the ball with Naby Keita. He'd been on the pitch for maybe a minute. And I thought, we've got the pace here with Naby Keita. We've got fresh legs. Let's just go. And he was caught by a player that's been playing from kickoff. So I'm not sure whether the acceleration and sprint speed of the CPU maybe needs to be adjusted a little bit. We'll see how we get on in today's episode. I'm not going to stop now and not play the game against Aston Villa and play it again another time. We're going to play Napoli and Brighton, see how today's episode goes. I think stat-wise we played very well, we just didn't score many. See what happens for the rest of the episode, and then I can make the decision before I record the next episode whether we need to make a few more adjustments just to make it a little bit more level, but not to the point where defenders that have played for 70 minutes are catching fresh legs of Naby Keita, because that ain't very realistic. Well, we've kicked off today's episode with a 1-0 win over Aston Villa. Not many goals scored, but it's a 1-0 victory. It's a win. We were losing 6-0 last time we played Aston Villa. We've turned it round to a 1-0 victory. We bagged the 3 points, and we continue our winning streak in the Premier League. And I'm hoping we can continue that up next against Napoli in the Champions League. We did play PSV for our first game and absolutely annihilated them. I'm hoping we can play the same sort of football against Napoli. Napoli drew their first game against Porto, so it's important here if we manage to win this game and then win our next Champions League game against Porto, we're in a great position here to nearly guarantee us going through to the knockout stages of the Champions League. Now, another thing that I want to mention, guys, and it's a bit of a long way off, but I want to mention it because I think it's needed. Recently, or only a couple of days ago, Bruno Fernandes, who is our centre midfielder in this Liverpool career mode, he's moved to Manchester United. Now, Liverpool were linked with him last year. There was big talks of us potentially getting him. He's now gone to Manchester United. And I don't think it's right that I have him in our Liverpool career mode, considering we're trying to keep it pretty realistic. That's why, as you look at the starting 11 there's not one single player that isn't a current Liverpool player. We're trying to keep it realistic and do what we can with the team we've already got. So come January, when the transfer window opens, I will be moving on Bruno Fernandes. I may potentially look at bringing in another central midfielder. We'll have to wait and see, but it's going to have to be a realistic one. But I think the fact Bruno Fernandes in real life has just moved to Manchester United, it's only fair to look to sell him, and realistically we could sell him for 10 million. We've got plenty in the bank. He's not really a player that is pushing himself into the starting 11. Yes, he's a great player, but he's now a Manchester United player, so it doesn't work out too realistic that he'd end up playing for Liverpool. But we are back at Anfield, and the team we are putting out is Sadio Mane on the left wing, Bobby Firmino striker, Salah on the right wing. Naby Keita now linking up with the captain Jordan Henderson in the central midfield. A little deeper, we've got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson and Van Dijk, Matip and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. Let's get into this game against Napoli. I do believe it's going to be more difficult than the Aston Villa game, which tells me when I get my chances, I have to put them away. Come on, Redmen, we've got this. We have got this. We beat Aston Villa. That's a plus. We've now got to beat Napoli, although Napoli in real life seem to be Liverpool's bogus team. We do struggle against Napoli. We've lost a few good times to them in Champions League. I'm hoping that's not going to reflect in this career mode. I'm out to annihilate teams and take names, and I'm hoping we can do that as Bobby Firmino gets us kicked off in his first half period. Let's get it underway. Come on, Liverpool, we've got this. Robertson now covered thanks to Van Dijk, and Robertson's going to take that ball. Let's go, Naby. Go on, play it up the line now. Well done. Go on, Manny, you've got this, son. Come on, push it. And he's caught there. He's caught by Manolas. I just don't think Mane's getting caught by Manolas. Koulibaly. Inside. Inside might get in behind now. Matip going to have to slide in. It's a great tackle from Matip. What a stunning tackle. Well done, Matip. And we've given a ball straight away there. Fabinho going to do well to try and come away with that. Van Dijk going to have to run here. Robertson, he's still running. Come on, Alisson, it's Insigne. It's 1-0.
And it is the opening goal of the contest. Well, it was always going to be a tight game, but now all of a sudden one team ahead. Things have got to change on both sides.
Well, my sliders worked against Aston Villa. I'm not so sure against Napoli. My players aren't running. The defenders are keeping up with the likes of Mane. May need adjusting at the end of today's episode again. Go on, Hendo, I've got you some. Henderson playing it through there now. To Mane, through on goal, Mane! Oh, it's a great save from Ospina. Oh, great vision there from Henderson to put that ball through. But how has Ospina got to that one? Mane on his left foot. First time he just hits it. And Ospina gets a hand to it. Come on, lads, we need to score the header from this now. Ball in. Bobby Firmino, no, it's going to come to Matip. Play it out now to Salah. Henderson whips the ball in now for Fabinho in the middle. I don't know why Matip headed it. Fabinho could have volleyed that. It was on a plate to his foot. Coming forwards again. Robertson well out of position. Robertson really needs to win this ball. How is Henriks not got a foul there on Mo Salah? We're going in at half time at Anfield. 1-0 down. That's the thing that's starting to get to me now. The balance of Mane should be getting away from some of these defenders. And he's just not the seaman to keep up. We had the same with Naby Keita in the last game against Aston Villa. I am going to jump back into the second half exactly the same team. I do feel we need to tweak our pace up a little bit. Or there's down. Mane gets a head to it and he puts it into his own net. Come on, win that, Van Dijk. It's 2-0. How is Van Dijk getting beaten in the air there? It's 2-0 Napoli. Naby Keita. Going into Bobby, going to try and roll his man. Bobby's through on goal. Bobby Firmino. Yes, it's 2-1. Bobby Firmino gets the better of Koulibaly at the back and manages to smash that one home. We had a little bit of luck playing on our side there as the ball. Koulibaly intercepted it, but it then flicked up off the back of his heel, I do believe, or something. I tried to roll him. Yeah, they hit the back of his heel, and Bobby made sure he collected that ball and buried it. Well done, Bobby Firmino. It's 2-1. We're still in this game. Here's Matip. Matip going to roll and try and play that out. It's not going to happen. We've lost the ball. Got to be careful here. Well done, Fabinho. Get across. It's 3-1. We've screwed up. How's he flicking that up like that? What's going on? Talk about a challenge, Brad. This is a challenge. We are now making some subs. Minamino on for Firmino. Shaqiri on for Mo Salah. Maybe the pace up top will help us. Mane. Minamino's going to get round his man. Here comes Minamino now. It's beautiful. Sliding over now to the Ox. The Ox through a goal. It's 3-2. We've got 4 minutes plus injury time to pull this back. Wow. We're still in this. We're not giving up. We wanted a challenge. Here's your challenge, Brad. Now get out there and play your heart out. The Ox through there now to Xherdan Shaqiri. Into the Ox. The Ox coming forwards. Play it in now to Minamino. There's too much on it from the Ox. A minute to go. We've been unlucky here. Give us another 10 minutes and we could have done something here. Let's go, Trent. Oh, we're not going to get the chance. We lose 3-2 to Napoli.
one step back on this occasion. What does it mean for their chances of qualifying for the knockout stages, Lee?
Well, you have to say that's completely...
Disappointing result. Still think... I mean, look, what we wanted to do is bring a balance back to it. The balance is there now. 5 shots, 4 on target. They had 3 shots, 3 on target. The issue we'll look at now is they're having 3 shots, all 3 on target, all 3 end up in the back of the net. Is their shooting still too powerful? The fact that Mane can't get away from a left back, or Mo Salah getting away from a right back, or vice versa, are they still too quick? Because for me, 3 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals, it's probably a little bit unrealistic. I don't think there's many teams out there that can do something like that in a game. Maybe there's still a slight issue there. We, on the other hand, 5 shots, 4 on target, 2 in the back of the net. That's pretty consistent for us, so I feel like we're playing okay football. I'm just not too sure yet if the CPU's still a little bit too powerful and a little bit better than what I actually need them to be. I certainly think there's a few changes to be made still to the sliders that I originally created from just playing Aston Villa. That's what you guys have got to remember. I kept playing one 45-minute segment against Aston Villa over and over and over again for around 2 hours to find out what I thought their pace was best at, what I thought their stamina was best at, their shoot error, their pass error, and I felt like I got it spot on. What I didn't think is then when you come into other games against better teams like Napoli and Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man United, teams like that, it's going to be a lot more difficult, and the balance isn't probably always going to be quite right. I probably should have played like a Liverpool versus Barcelona, played one of the top tier teams, got the balance right there against the real strong side, and then when I play the slightly weaker teams or lesser teams like Brighton and Aston Villa, it'll balance itself out and we will be more overpowered, which is what you'd expect Liverpool to be. This last game against Brighton, it's a simulated game and it's really, really going to be massive because we have now dropped down to 4th position. We do have a game in hand, and if we do win this game, we're 8 for 8. We will have won all 8 games at the start of our Premier League in Season 2. So it'd be nice to get a win. We will have to wait and see because it is in the hands of the EA gods. This is the lineup we are putting out. It's the usual starting 11. Gomez now back in for Matip. Unfortunately, Joe Gomez wasn't fit for the game against Napoli, but we have got Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gini Wijnaldum linking up with Jordan Henderson in the central midfield roles. A little deeper, we've got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson and Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. Let's get into the simulated game. I'm nervous for it. I'm a little bit concerned for it. I feel like we're on such a good run right now, and I don't really want the fact of the latest patch to come out on my sliders to affect that. But let's get these players warmed up, and let's keep our fingers crossed for a win. 2-1. We'll take that. We will take that. Oh, Matt Ryan picked up an injury in the 23rd minute, meaning Steele had to come on in goal for Brighton. Only 18 minutes later, Van Dijk then scored in the 38th. Mane scored right pretty much from kick-off in the 46th. And then from them kicking off from our goal, Malpai went and scored. But we do go on to beat Brighton 2-1, back to 3 points. We didn't get a clean sheet, but I'll take that very important win. Right, and here we are advanced all the way for the next game in the next episode, which of course is away from home against the Gunners Arsenal. Today's episode has been a lot more positive than the last one, that's for sure. We lost 6-0 and I didn't want to play anymore after that loss to Aston Villa. Today's episode, we played a game against Aston Villa. We managed a 1-0 victory. We play Napoli. We sadly do lose 3-2. That I suppose could happen. There tend to be games even before the patch where I did lose games. You can't always win them all. And in the simulated game against Brighton, we managed a 2-1 victory. But the Brighton game isn't really in our hands if you look at it that way. We have now played 8 games in the Premier League and won all 8. Only conceded 3 goals with a current goal difference of 16. Manchester United right now have only conceded 3 and have scored 23. So they are scoring as well as defending. Well, Manchester United are probably going to be a difficult team to fend off this year, as well as Spurs. Spurs were the winners of Season 1 in the Premier League. So I think Manchester United, Spurs and Arsenal, especially from what they've done so far at the start of the league, are going to be the 3 that we have to fend off in order to win the title and crown ourselves Premier League champions. It's certainly not going to be an easy one, but we're going to fight and we're going to do the best we can. Now, as we go over to the calendar to look at the games in the next episode, I'm going to talk about the games in the next episode, and then we're going to touch up a little bit on the sliders. I think there's still a little bit of adjustment that needs to be done, but the first game is going to be away from home in the Premier League against Arsenal. We then take on FC Porto for our third game in the group stages. Now, had we have beaten Napoli, I may have considered simulating that game against Porto. Now, I feel like we have to play it because if we don't get through to the knockout stages, we're in some serious trouble. And then we take on the ex-Liverpool manager, Brendan Rodgers and co at Leicester, and we're back at Anfield for that game. So I think it's pretty obvious. We play the Arsenal game. It's away from home. If we were to simulate that, we've got a bigger chance of losing or drawing. We play the FC Porto game, and then we simulate the game against Leicester City when we're back at Anfield. But before we end on today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, the sliders. One thing that I cannot stress enough, and if you guys have watched the video on how to fix ultimate difficulty, I said to you guys that at the start, these were my sliders. Best way to find out your correct balance is decrease something or increase something, play half a game. If you think they're too slow, increase it a little bit, play again. If they're too fast, decrease it, but not as much as what it originally was. You guys get the idea. It's called trial and error. So you may decrease them to 30, they're too slow. You may increase them to 40, they're too fast. Go to 35 down the middle, maybe still too fast. Come down to 34 or 33, try again. It takes a bit of time, but you eventually get the right balance. For me, a few things have become obvious and known. One is there's going to be two clips. One where Naby Keita was caught, the fresh legs of Naby Keita, and two where Mane was caught when he was through on goal. For me, I don't think Naby Keita, fresh legs, 100% fit, should be getting caught by someone that's only got 60% fitness and has played from the start. I think Naby Keita is quite flared. He's quite, he's good at agility. He should be able to just skip past them and be gone. That wasn't the case. So I am going to adjust the speed or the pace and acceleration of the CPU for the next episode, whether that be the Liverpool episode or the Dortmund episode. I felt like the shots, especially the shots against Napoli. Do I personally think 3 shots, all 3 on target, all 3 in the back of the net is realistic? Probably not. We had 5 shots, 4 on target, only 2 in the back of the net. I feel like the shooting right now for the CPU is still a little bit off. So what I'm going to do, so I can let you guys know now, is for the next episode, regardless of it being the Dortmund episode or Liverpool episode, I'm going to slightly decrease the pace by 1 or 2, slightly decrease the acceleration by 1 or 2. I'm also going to decrease the shot error up a little bit, or increase, should I say, the shot error a little bit, because I felt like 3 shots, 3 on target, 3 in the back of the net. There needs to be a little bit of error. There's got to be a few, off target and over the bar and wide and saved. Otherwise, if they shoot 9 out of 10 times, or in this case, 10 out of 10 times, it's going to end up in the back of the net. So the next career mode episode you watch, I'm going to have taken the pace and acceleration down either 1 or 2. I'll let you guys know in the next video. I'm also going to increase the shot error and also a little bit of the pass error. I felt like there wasn't many times we could get on the end of the ball. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is just about trial and error. I've played an episode today. I've recorded an episode for you guys. I still feel that they're a little bit too quick. I still feel their shots are still a little bit violent and a bit deadly. And, 3 shots, 3 on target, all 3 in the back of the net. It's not really heard of in football, so I think there's a slight bit of adjustment that's needed there. And I suppose over the next couple of episodes that I record between the Liverpool and Dortmund career modes, I will eventually get the right balance and feel that team played well, but we played better and won the game. And that's how I felt against Napoli. We played well against Napoli, but lost. And is that because Napoli have got still unbelievable shooting, and that's why all of them are going in the back of the net? We'll have to adjust it, and we have to get the right balance. And for me, especially that game really showed, even Aston Villa, I probably would have liked to have scored 2 or 3 goals. We only managed 1. They were keeping up with plays, and when we got through on the counter-attack, their defenders were keeping up. And Mings, I think his name's Tyrone Mings at left-back, was keeping up with Mo Salah. It's just not known. When Mo Salah goes with that ball, he's gone like a rocket. So, a few little adjustments we'll be making until I record the next episode. But apart from that, very happy with today's episode. It's certainly a lot better than the 6-0 loss that we did suffer to Aston Villa in the last episode. And I think that's going to do it for today's episode. If you guys are still struggling, remember, with FIFA 20 career mode on Ultimate or Legendary difficulty, definitely give a video a watch on my channel called FIFA 20 How to Fix Ultimate Difficulty. Go and give it a watch, and it'll certainly show you, first of all, what my sliders are, and secondly, how to adjust it and get it perfectly balanced for you. It's definitely worth watching. If your friends in school are struggling, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, let them know about the video. It's blown up. I'm so happy with the support on it. So again, thank you so much, guys. But that is good enough for today's episode. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.